So what is going on, people? Welcome to episode 5 of the FIFA 22 career mode here with Barnsley. If you are looking forward to this episode, make sure you pop a like on it for me and subscribe to the channel as well. The support in the early episodes has been fantastic. I would like to thank you for that. Let's keep the momentum going if we can. And well, in the last episode, it was a bit of a bumper episode, to be fair. 5 games in total. We had a couple of sim matches in which we picked up our first defeat or league defeat of the season. So we started the month with 3 played games. We drew 1-1 away at Bournemouth. It was always going to be a tough game. Happy to come away with a point. We then beat Stoke 1-0 away from home. A very tense game, very tight game, but we managed to pick up the victory. We then beat Blackburn 3-2, and well, that scoreline makes it seem closer than it was. It felt like that game we were in control. We went behind early doors, recovered very quickly, and we were in control for a large portion of the game, but they got a goal in the final 10 minutes to make things a little bit nervy, but we were able to hang on. And then the last 2 games of the month were sim games. Firstly, against newly promoted Blackpool, and we managed to pick up a 3-1 win away from home, but as we said, a 3-1 defeat, our first league defeat of the season against Forest, has meant that although we sit pretty in the Championship, as you can see, we don't quite close the gap on Reading, who are 4 points ahead of us, top on the table. We sit in second, just ahead of West Brom by 1 goal scored, and Forest up there in 4th as well. But one tasty game today, you may have already seen it. We start with a game against bottom of the table Millwall, but our second game is against top of the table Reading, away from home as well. And then we travel to the Riverside to take on Middlesbrough. We've already played this game, of course, this season. We drew them in the first round of the Caravan Cup, in which we were victorious on penalties. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game, as the second one that I'm certainly looking forward to the most. But those are the 3 games we're going to bring to you today. So without any further ado, let's get stuck in and play Millwall, shall we? This is the Millwall lineup then for this game. Bielkowski starts in goal. A back 5, it looks like. Danny Mack at right back, Scott Malone at left back, Pierce, Ballard and Cooper in the middle, Evans and Thompson in the middle of midfield, Mahoney and Bodvarsson either side of Smith. So the same formation then going up against one another. We have the best defence in the league. Millwall are the lowest scorers in the league. They're sat rock bottom as well. You'd think then that this one would be a formality. But plenty of bodies back for Millwall. They're going to be hard to break down despite being bottom of the table. Morris. Oh, that was supposed to be Styles on the overlap. But actually, it's Ramon Palmer. And it's in off the far post. It wasn't what I intended, but it certainly worked out for us. Lovely little poke ball from Morris. And Palmer's able to get the better of 4 defenders there. Strikes it across goal. Maybe Bielkowski could be doing a little bit better there. Interesting that they're playing John Danny Bodvarsson down this left-hand side, to be honest. He previously of Reading, so I'm fairly familiar with John Danny. He's very much a target man in the middle. Big, lanky striker, but Gary Rowett choosing to operate him on this left-hand side. Maybe he's a bit of a wide target man. Oh wait, Evans sprays the ball out nicely. Mahoney Smith tries to shoot on the turn, but that is... it's going to be easy for Brad Collins. It stays 1-0, less than 10 minutes to go to the half. And I was trying to look for Leia Osaka, but it was just over his head. And in the end, Danny McNamara is able to bring that one away. It's a long ball forward, and actually Mahoney's going to get in behind it. Although we force him back. Anderson does enough initially. It's laid off for Thompson. John Danny. Oh my word. I pressed White to bring out the keeper. Because Anderson locked on and got the pass, we played a through ball, and in the end, it's worked out for us, to be fair. Britain's going to cut inside, although Malone reads that very well. He's had a good game so far, Scott Malone, it must be said. But Millwall do look fairly dangerous, it must be said, when they come forward. But that is half-time, and we are 1-0 leaders so far in this game. Smith tries to release Mahoney, but Styles does well to intercept, and we can carry the ball forward here and carry it a long way. Styles trying to get Leia Osaka in, and he continues his fine vein of goal scoring form. I would have thought Bielkowski would try and come out to that one and close the angle as it was. maybe from the angle, he didn't think that Leo Saka would get such a good strike on it. He got a hand to it, Bielkowski, but not enough on it. The power from the shot and the angle beats him, all ends up. Well, maybe against a run of play, you could argue we've doubled our lead. But like we've said on a number of occasions this season, there's been times where we haven't necessarily played our best, but we're still grinding out the results. Referee will take that foul, thank you very much. It's got a bit of space actually. Oh, that wasn't the cross I'd intended, but it's fallen from Romain Palmer there. Evans gets a toe in. We'll find Ramsey. Can he have a strike? It's blocked. Leo Saka. He has a strike that's blocked. Palmer will think better of it. Ramsey. Little ball in for Corley Woodrow. That is absolutely lovely. McNamara. Pavlovic has done really well to close people down. Evans. Ball forward. Bennett is inside. Britton hit. Smith goes for the strike from distance. Less than convincing goalkeeping from Brad Collins. Williams, fine Woodrow, Gomez. Oh, it's a lovely turn actually from Claudio Gomez. Referee, he has given the penalty. I don't know who's going to take it actually. It's going to be Leo Saka, the man to step up. Has he got the best penalties? If it will let me, you know what? We're just gonna take it. Top left for Leo Saka, and the keeper just stands there. Leo Saka has his second goal of the game, and that wraps up all 3 points. Never in doubt. Lovely penalty. Bielkowski can only watch as it goes past him, and that was the last kick of the game. A 4-0 win, very comfortable indeed. Sets us up perfectly for the game against Reading. Well, let's not waste any time, shall we? A mouth-watering tie in the offing, first versus second. Let's get it. Okay, I think there might be an international break between this game and the Reading game, which is great because it allows our players to recover. But we've had an offer for Cameron Thompson, who is someone that's on the transfer list. And I'm just going to accept that, to be honest. 370k, we can't get much more than that. And hopefully he can be on his way to fine first team football. Well, that's a twist. Talks broke down between Cameron Thompson and Dundee United, so he won't be on the move just yet. We had to have an offer for Liam Kitching, loan to buy from Almeria, and we're actually, no, that's what I want. I'm actually going to delegate this, see if he can go out on a, we'll say a short-term loan, and see what they say. So there's the Reading lineup then for this game. Raphael in goal. A back four of Andy Yeardham, Liam Moore, captain, Michael Morrison and Baba Rahman. 2 in midfield of Rinomota and Laron. 3 across the middle, Halalovic, Swift and Hoylett, with Zhao up front. Swift and Hoylett in the top 5 in terms of goal scoring charts. But we have the man who sits at the top of the goal scoring charts, Aaron Leo Saka. His 8 goals this season makes him the highest scorer in the Championship. Can we break from this? Woodrow. Space over on this left. It's not the ball I initially intended, but it's good enough. And Palmer will find Carlton Morris. And it's Styles who's made the run. Tries to get the cross in, but Yeardham is there, equal to it. A corner in added time at the end of this first half. Styles whips in, aiming for Leo Saka. And on the 6-yard box, he's headed that one over. How many times have we seen headed goals from Barnsley on FIFA? Unfortunately, it wasn't Mikel Helik on the end of that, or I fear that one could have gone in. As it is, 0-0 at the break. A very competitive first half between both sides. Really a game I'm enjoying playing, actually. Palmer was looking for Woodrow, but just not enough on the switch. And Baba Rahman was able to intercept. Zhao finds Swift. Anderson tries to get in. Can't find him. Hoylett is there. Tries the first time shot. On his weaker left foot, it must be said. Maybe that's what made it fairly simple for Brad Collins. Woodrow will find Morris. Styles there on the overlap. And Ramsey has made a lovely little run, actually. Jacob Ramsey. It's a good save from Raphael. Let's see if we can make a change. Ready to make a change as we do. Danny Drinkwater has come on for Rinomota. That's not a bad substitute. Pavlovic all by himself. Can't get the angle on the header though, but we've brought on Jordan Williams for Callum Britton. Britain's been able to get into good spaces, but his final product hasn't been great. So I'm hoping that Jordan Williams, who scored the first goal in this series, let's not forget, the right wing back, maybe he has got a little bit of something that can open a door for us. A space there for Woodrow. No one really free in the area though. He's going to have to cut back and find someone he does. Jordan Williams. There's a switch on here, and we will get the ball out to Callum Styles. Can he get by his man? We'll try and stand a ball into the box. Oh! And while Morris hits it on the turn on the volley, I thought it might cause Raphael a problem, and they've committed defensive suicide there. Babarama not having the best of games. We'll have a look, see if we can make another change. Dominic Freezer has come on for Corley Woodrow. Pavlovic underneath this one. And again, can't guide his header goalward. Corner in then for Reading. Whipped in by Swift all the way towards the back post. Laurent is the man who gets on the end of it. But his header nowhere near the goal. Alec, can we build something? Is there going to be one last chance for us in this game? Ramal Palmer. Jordan Williams. There's a run being made. Freeze up. Can we get a ball in? Leira Saker is there. And Leira Saker has won the game for us in the 2nd minute of added time. I apologise to my flatmate Ben, who's trying to do uni work, and I've gone absolutely mad. Oh, bittersweet. So bittersweet. I'm so happy we won the game. Of course, it's come at a really important stage of the game. But it's that man again, the top goal scorer, his 9th goal of the season. The power of the header is what beats Raphael. It's not got much direction on it, but the power is enough. Leaning back as well. He's had some neck muscles that. Maybe you could say the keeper should be doing better. Get in, boys. We are taking 3 points from the Select Car Leasing Stadium. I know it's catchy, isn't it? A goal a game now for Leira Saker. Get in! Well, if we haven't announced ourselves already in this division, we certainly have now. But from one big game to another, Middlesbrough in 4th, as you can see, 4 points behind us. We are now just a point behind Reading and West Brom. Wow, they must have lost in their last game. Confirmation there, Remy Vito has agreed a 2-year loan move to Kasim Passa, and yeah, he'll join them in January. Still, Kitching agreed to the short-term. Well, no, Amaru have agreed to the short-term loan. Just waiting for Kitchen to agree to that as well. Okay, we've had an offer for Jason Schraahart from Sutton United, loan to buy. Again, we'll oh no, I don't want to sort. We'll delegate this. Okay, because he's a bit of a sort of like lower rated. I don't mind loaning him out for longer, whereas Kitchen is not too far off the first team, so I'll let him have a short-term loan and then see how he's getting on. But right, Middlesbrough. A few scout reports have come in. We haven't really got money to do much in January, but between transfer windows, I always scout like the leagues and get as many scout reports as possible, so that when it comes to a transfer window and I start looking for players, I've got reports ready, like bang on. So that's all it is really between windows. So this is the Middlesbrough starting lineup then for this game. Luke Daniels in goal. A back four once again. Dyke-Still, Bamber, Grant Hall and Mark Bowler. Same formation, although Sammy Amiobi is apparently sitting. I somehow don't believe that. Piero, McNair, Crooks, Hernandez and Sparra up front for them. Who scored a bang in the last game against them actually. We are full strength. The players have actually recovered well in the short gap between this game and the Reading game. But yeah, so it's going to be an interesting game. As we said, we've already drawn this fixture so far this season. But Carl Morris, looking to make things happen early. Some more growth in the squad, which is really good to see. On paper, Mads Anderson is now our highest rated player at 74. He's all the players really in a good run of form. But yeah, continuous growth throughout the squad, which you love to see. And even with the development plans this year, the players on the bench and that aren't playing are getting growth as well, albeit at a much slower rate, but still. Palmer into Ramsey. So much space on this left-hand side. Morris is having an absolute field day against Dykesdale, but Leiraseka got a bit of a run here. Oh, seeing if I could cut inside to get a shot away, but Sol Bamba, the experienced defender, not having any of it. Cam Styles to whip a ball in. It's Pavlovic underneath it. And well, he had a couple of opportunities in the last game. Couldn't find the target this time. He's got a lot closer. Rattles the crossbar. Up and over though, unfortunately for us. Palmer out to Styles again. Morris has made the run inside the fullback. Carlton Morris will cut back this time. Carlton Morris, he finds the back of the net. Keeper, unconvincing goalkeeping. It must be said. Sorry, but he's a bit Jekyll and Hyde, is Carlton Morris. To be fair, I do enjoy using him. He's the sort of player you just will to do well. You know, like he's got the ability. Sometimes he just doesn't show it. Very close to being handball actually from Leiraseka, but I'm really happy that he's grabbed himself a goal. He's not been in the best of form lately, so that will do his confidence the world of good. Leiraseka comes forward again here. Oh, he's done well actually, and Morris can get away again. Cut inside, Carlton Morris. He tries to find a similar finish, but this time Luke Daniels able to get a hand on it and put it over the bar. Pavlovic, oh, he can't meet that one, although he wasn't far away from it. We'll just check back, find Callum Britton, who in turn finds Jacob Ramsey. There's a ball inside there for Leiraseka. Ramal Palmer, can he get the shot away? He does. But it's well met by Luke Daniels. And Piero, well, trying to do what he did in the first game, play a ball across the park to set up one of his teammates, and in the end he's given it away. Really pathetic attempt of a cross, to be honest. Leiraseka is there. Oh, arguably a better opportunity than the one against Reading, but this time he's put it over the bar. Amiobi has actually been sitting in that position, which is really confusing. I know early game, and it was the same on last year's FIFA, they quite often, when they did the lineups, have people playing in the wrong positions. But then when it came to the game, it would sort itself out. But actually, Sammy Amiobi has been playing the defensive midfield role, which probably hasn't been helping Middlesbrough's cause, to be honest. Woodrow cuts inside, does really well actually. Aseka's there. Can he have a strike there? Aseka. Oh, it's tipped onto the post. The power too much for Luke Daniels, only able to divert it away, not completely stop the shot. But that's enough. It's 1-0. Well, we were very comfortable that entire match, but again, it'd be nice if we could really... I know there's some games where we scored 3 or scored 4, but it'd be really nice if we could just put one team to the sword completely, as Reading pick up a win over Blackpool. Because I've been thinking that I might turn on the competitor mode on Legendary and see what that's like, because I've heard that's like a good step between Legendary and Ultimate. So we'll see how things go. We may take that step. Did that seem like a game of two halves? No. Every player did his job. We controlled the game from start to finish, I thought. Did you ever feel like this wasn't going to be your day? Well, we got a goal. We could have had more. I would have liked more. Why is it difficult to beat Borough today? It wasn't. We had to graft today, to be fair to them. I was talking about Grant Hall. But, yeah, we had to graft for that. But we were still in control. We just couldn't really find an effort on goal. So if we have a look then at the Championship table, as it stands after 13 games, we sit on 30 points, still just 8 goals conceded. Maybe the most scored in the division. 1 point off Reading, despite beating them today, still sit a point off of them. West Brom 3 points behind us, and then Borough, Birmingham and Bournemouth. It's very tight from 4th all the way down, so you'd say about 13th still, but it is still very early days in the table. Look towards the bottom, Swansea, Millwall and Blackpool make up the relegation zone. Well, other teams down there, Luton, Stoke, maybe. You wouldn't expect Peterborough, though, having a good season. I'm sure their ambition is just to stay in the league In terms of the next episode, what we'll bring to you, we will have 3 games again for you. Sheffield United at home to start with, followed by Bristol City away, and then we will end the episode with a home game against Derby County. So guys, as I said earlier, if you are enjoying the series, then please make sure that you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel. You know, plenty of content going to be coming your way as much as I can. Really enjoying this game now that I'm getting into it. Really enjoying this save as well. Thank you again for your continued support over the first few episodes. It's been superb. And I will see you in the next one.